We are live.
Guys, welcome to Coat Countertops Live. We're going to show you in living color right now, step by step, how to achieve marble over wood. Stay tuned, enjoy the video, and let's get started. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use our Epoxy. This is a 100% solids product designed for kitchen and bathroom countertop use and abuse. It's zero VOC. There's no solvents in the product. It's easy to work with whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a seasoned contractor. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, so there's not a lot of fumbling and bumbling when you're trying to measure it out. And I start with part B first because it's a lower viscosity material. I'm going to start with part B and then dump part A into it. So as we pour and get ready, ask any questions you'd like. If you don't ask questions, I'll just keep talking. All right, so I'm going to pour this. Now we've heated this up in front of a space heater to really make it viscous, because the technique we're going to do today is going to require us to use gravity. We're going to actually tilt this board to let gravity do the painting for us, or the artistic ability for us. So if you are going over a countertop that's stuck in place, like let's say you've done a concrete countertop and you want to do a top coat, this will work just fine for that, but obviously you're not going to be able to pick up a concrete slab and tilt it. Therefore, we would use other means like our heat gun or some air or our torch and those kind of things. And this is compatible with the torch to pop the bubbles because it's not flammable. There's no solvents in the material. All right, I'm going to mix for about 2 minutes, and you'll know it's mixed well because it'll start to clear up for me. The two parts will start to marry one another, and they clear up really fast and really easily. We have a long open working time on this product. That means I can mix it with a drill. I don't need to use a stir stick and get carpal tunnel for 10 minutes of mixing. I can use a drill and cheat a little bit, and you're not gonna whip enough air into it that won't be able to be removed easily with the torch. How many of you guys have used epoxy before? Raise your hand. A few, right on. So I'm excited to see what those who haven't used epoxy think of this process. My brother and I have installed granite countertops, Formica, Corian, even concrete. I've done concrete overlays, and I've always searched for the ultimate top coat, the answer. And really the ability to mimic Mother Nature with our product is unparalleled. You can really make this look like natural stone with ease, and that's what you're gonna learn right now. It's also a fast process. What we're doing right now, mixing and putting in the colors, is literally the hardest part of the process. Making the color look like what we've shown is the easiest part. Denny?
Yes.
What do you think so far?
I like what's going on.
You like it already?
I'm excited.
So, you can see the material is pretty dang clear, and right now it's really runny.
Yeah.
If I didn't heat this up, it would be quite thick. So this is unheated, and you can see in that bucket it's pretty gooey, it's pretty thick. And that's important because if it stayed this runny, you're gonna lose everything over the edge. So as it starts to cool, it's gonna thicken for me, and I still have plenty of working time, but it's not just gonna disappear over my edges. That's a pro tip and a fun fact. You're getting all kinds of fun facts, right? All right, so I'm gonna pour this out. Let's grab 2 more cups. And I'm gonna pour this out here, and then we're gonna add the dyes, the metallics. Can you grab a couple of stir sticks?
Small ones, Mike?
Yeah, that's fine. And then, guys, Denny is with a company called Polytech, and Polytech and Coat Countertops are the same company. They manufacture probably anything you can imagine. So if you have needs in any kind of coating, urethane, silicone, epoxy, rubber, all these things for your businesses, for your manufacturing needs, talk to Polytech. Right now, we have some of the smartest people in the world in this booth that can help you with your manufacturing needs or the product that you've been looking for to help up-level your business. All right, I'm gonna add some of this. This is my color palette. We're gonna go Mystic Moss, Copper Metallic. Those are our 2 metallic powders we're gonna use. We're gonna use what color is that?
That's red, translucent.
That's red translucent. Denny can read. I can't. And then we got orange translucent. That's going to be our color palette. And then the spray paint we're going to use, antique brass, our white spray paint, our gloss black spray paint, and our orange. Why are we using spray paint? Why are we using these dyes? Why are we using the metallic powders? They fight with one another as you put them in the piece, and so they create these reactions for you that mimic rock, that mimic stone. They'll start to sell. They'll start to do these fun things without you having to faux finish those in for hours. They happen in minutes, and so that's why we're using a combination of these 3 additives in the clear epoxy. You can use a lot of different additives, but for this recipe, that's the one we've chose. When we show this to our clients and customers, we usually take a picture of a pattern. So we'll take a picture of our marble pattern, or our granite pattern, or our quartz pattern, and we'll say, what pattern do you like the most? In black and white. We don't show color in those pictures. After they pick their pattern, then we pick out the colors. That way we don't influence their decision by an ugly color in a pattern they would have chosen if they liked it. So that's also how we sell this for our clients, so they can make an informed decision. Our products are heat resistant. You can set hot pans on the product. We get that question a lot. They are urethane modified. They have more scratch resistance and UV resistance than other epoxies. They are easy to work with because of the long open time. Some products right now, this would already have that chemical reaction that starts to set up on you. You have to be careful of that. So you can start mixing that.
All right. We're
Fantastic.
mixing this fully?
Yeah.
And we're getting it in there, right?
Yep, you got it.
You already did a moss, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna just, because
Oh, you're doing 2
we're
batches.
using less,
All right.
we're using less product, so. You don't need a lot of our dye. It's very, very concentrated. A little goes a long way. We also have very competitive pricing. These dyes on our website are just under $6, and they'll do a lot of epoxy resin. There's a fantastic, fantastic dye. So now we're just gonna mix thoroughly, and then we're gonna put all these colors back into the bucket. Believe it or not, we'll put them all back into the bucket, but they'll stay somewhat separated, but they'll create very, very fun effects by doing that. Another thing that I could do is, I have 2 colors, both Mystic Moss. Let's say I wanted to adjust the color slightly. I could put 1 drop in there, and it's going to adjust that just to give it a different tone. So now that's going to be a completely different tone than our other Mystic Moss, just by adding a drop. So that's a fun way to really become your own color factory. You don't need to stock up on thousands of different colors. When you have your base colors, you can really become your own color factory and mix and match and create your own custom recipes, and not get sucked in the vortex of having to have 1,000 colors in your shop.
How many colors have you done at once?
That's a good question. I'd have to go back, but the more colors, usually the better it comes out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're good there, Denny, if you want to
Good.
jump onto that one.
Got it.
And you can just scrape this,
Yep.
and then boom, go right into there.
Got it.
And I actually just use like a paper towel sometimes just to get off the excess, but going from copper to green doesn't make that big of a difference. So I just get it that clean,
Yep.
and then boom. Guys, are you having fun this morning? Are you woke up yet? Everybody had their coffee? Can I get
He's good. He's good.
let's get a world of concrete on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nope.
That was an epic
Still
fail.
sleeping.
All right, you guys are gonna have to come back later, and we'll see if you're more energized.
Hey, they're asking on YouTube, Mike, what kind of wood is that?
Great question. So this is going over MDF, medium density fiberboard. This can go over laminate, it can go over Corian cultured marble, it can go over natural stone, it can go over concrete, as long as you have the right bond. The chemical and mechanical bond are important, but the reason we use MDF is because it's inexpensive, it's flat, and you can make it sealed pretty well with 2 coats of paint, primer, and 1 over it is what we've done here. Can I get a paper towel, baby?
Yes, you may. I think it's a mess.
So am I. Yeah, it is. It's all good. So Denny, you are basically an important part of the Polytech puzzle.
Thank you.
What do you do for them? What do you do?
I do marketing. So if you go to our website and you check out our how-to articles and our how-to videos and things like that, I develop those. We have this mezzanine at our you've been there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big giant workshop, and we get to go up there and play with all of our products. So I get to document that, which is a lot of fun, and then create it into content that you get to watch.
Is that the funnest part of your job, or what? Just go have fun in the mezzanine.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of what we're doing, but you guys are making us nervous because you're not smiling. You got to smile back, like you got to make. Yeah. All right, good. Now I feel better. Good. I thrive on likes. So guys, if you're watching this video, hit the thumbs up, and if you really like the video, share it with your friends so we get higher in the queue on YouTube. Yeah, nice. All right. We got this mixed up. I'm gonna move this bucket in here. I got my air going because when I spray some spray paint, I don't want the fumes to get out to you, so that's just gonna filter that out. That's why I'm doing it in here. Is that TV on the right shot?
Luke's got it.
All right, cool. So I have a little bit of clear left in the bucket, and then I'll start with just the color. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit of orange in there, and then I'll start pouring my cups in there. Tell me when you're ready, Luke. Ready. Okay. It doesn't really matter the order that you do this. If I was doing a large kitchen, I just need to use the same colors, and this technique is going to make it look good. It's not. Every piece is very unique, just like Mother Nature and natural stone. No piece is going to be exactly the same, but with the same recipe, just like in a grand kitchen, whether I look from this end of the kitchen over there, it all goes together and flows together.
While Mike's spraying in there, I'll give you guys a tour of the booth as slow as I can. There's Mike's son, Brad.
This is black spray paint.
This camera seems awfully choppy right about now, so I'm trying to go slow. We cannot figure out how to get it off the super wide, but that's why we're contractors. So try not to get seasick. Here's some of Polytech's materials over here, guys. Check this out real quick. Look at these urethane molds. That is tree bark molded from a live tree and then poured in concrete. And we are in the South Hall at the World of Concrete, Las Vegas Convention Center.
Directly into the bucket. Just don't knock over the cup. You're live. We can't edit it out.
All right.
So squeeze right here.
Thank you.
Oh.
All right, so
Directly in that.
I'll get back to my spot, folks. Bear with me.
Good.
that's good. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Now pour the resin of your choice. Oh wait, you know what? Give me this.
There's Luke filming for the upcoming YouTube videos. Luke's crushing it. Say what's up to the YouTube live.
What's up, YouTube? You got this.
So while Denny does that, I'm gonna use our moss. And I'm gonna pour a little bit on the base here.
DL, the other guys, they're back home editing, getting content out. We have an exciting Boys to Men woodworking project dropping very soon.
And create veins as we do this. It's
You
a
guys
fun-
will not
fun
want to miss that one.
Process. I'm just mixing in any of this loose metallic that's on the board with the resin that we spilled, just so you don't have powdered chunks that get up into the surface. How you doing over there, Denny?
Awesome.
I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it.
This is a really pretty color that we did, just adding a little bit of that dye.
Am I using all of this, Mike? Am I
Yep.
putting all of this in? Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Real fast, real furious.
All right.
Just do it.
Let's pick up the pace.
So YouTube missed what you're doing here, Mike. Can you explain one more time what you're doing?
Yeah, we're doing a sample that you can do over at Countertops, and we're doing a very simple method to mimic Mother Nature, and we're just using different additives, our dyes, our metallic powders. We're using our spray paint, and we're making a cup to do a ring pour over this process, and we're going to really show how easy it is to create fantastic results. Guys, if you're trying to remodel your kitchen, your bathroom, if you're doing this and adding this to your business, maybe you're a flooring contractor, or you're trying to get inside during the winter and do projects in a house as opposed to outside, this is something that's fantastic to add to your business or create a business as a standalone business. Here's some more here too, Denny.
Oh, awesome. Let's see.
That's a cool color.
It is.
All we've done here, guys, is we painted 2 coats, a paint primer and 1 over MDF. We've got the board prepped with tape on the outside because we're going to tilt and move this piece and catch the excess. When we're done with the decorative part, we'll pull that tape off. It'll roll over that edge. We'll break the surface tension with our hands, and voila, you'll have basically functional art. A countertop that looks like you spent a lot of hours creating it.
And a viewer here is asking, what is the heat resistance of the epoxy?
You can throw a cookie sheet in the what's cookies? 425, is that typically what you bake at?
350.
350, 375 out of the oven, piping hot, directly on the surface. You won't hurt the surface. You can do a lasagna, throw it on your surface. It's not going to hurt the surface. Do we recommend doing that? No. You should probably protect your countertops. But if you did do it, it's not going to burn or hurt your surface. Very good heat resistance.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You got it?
I got this.
Oh, that looks gorgeous. Uh-oh, what'd you do there, Denny?
What happened?
I'm just kidding.
Stop.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so again, I'm gonna do half. You're gonna do half, and we're gonna do. It's called a wandering ring pour. We're just gonna pour this in rings. At first, it's gonna look somewhat childish, like we don't know what we're doing.
Yep.
And then you'll be convinced when we're done. Ready?
Luke,
Here we go.
hold on there, Mike. He's gonna get that overhead going.
Thank you.
We're good.
Here we go.
Good.
Okay, Denny.
Am I coming from this side over?
Yeah, you can.
Right
Just
here?
don't go over the edge yet.
I got you. And I'm meeting this epoxy
Yep.
over here. Yep.
Okay, stop.
All right.
And then all we're gonna do now is just take this a little bit over here. Okay, you want to do that side over there? You got your badge wet.
That's all right.
You sacrificed the badge.
As long as we do.
Sacrifice brings blessings.
That's right.
All right, let me, you got that? Okay, and I'm just going to take the rest of this. Look at that already. Can you guys see how it's already kind of separating and fighting itself, creating
Really
these
liking that a
these
lot.
really
Yeah.
fun designs. Some of that spray paint will be chunky in there. It'll give it like that appearance of minerals and things like that. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to put my tilt table underneath this. Let's say we couldn't use a tilt table. You could actually grab a heat gun and move this product around. We have videos that we've done on our YouTube channel that show exactly how to do this in any form or fashion. And you can really just start to play with this material, push it back and forth. You can use your hands. You can get in there and start to create effects using your hands. You come back and hit it with the heat gun. So there's all kinds of ways to make this look fantastic, but I really like using gravity to do it for us, and I'll show you why right now. So I'm gonna lift this and you center that, you cool?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Good? You can let go.
Good. Yep.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so what I'm gonna do first is just kind of go to you guys, and it'll start to kind of go, make really beautiful patterns. Start to come back to me now. The more that I move this, the more natural it starts to look. It'll start to really just look like Mother Nature made sediment stone and that kind of thing. Right here, I don't like this chunk, so I just kind of tap it. Maybe tap that one, it'll look a little better for me. What do you think, Danny?
I'm liking this right here. Loving this right here.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
So the main color that you're seeing in this is our copper metallic. That's one of our most popular metallics because it's actually made from real copper. So I'm going to tilt it more this way now. Danny, can you move that bucket over there for me?
It's the epoxy bottle there. Thanks, Denny.
You got it.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to help push some of this with my hand and just lubricate this part of the board, and that'll flow better. And I'm going to heat this section up so that it'll flow really easy into this bald piece.
Okay.
So now I kind of got it moved how I want,
Yep.
and all I'm going to do now is just baby the rest of it to get it exactly where I want it to finish up. So I'm just pulling a little bit of that excess with my hand, and because this will flow, it's going to stretch out over our edges.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm just going through here and pushing it to these edges. And then can I see that torch, Denny? Actually,
You want me to hold that?
yeah, just grab that corner there.
Yeah.
Our epoxy is not flammable. And what you're seeing here is that white spray paint will start to granify and speckle as you heat it up. It's kind of a reaction that you'll get to make it pop that color too.
Rhonda, we have quite a few products available on our Amazon page. Yes.
That's gonna look awesome.
Yeah.
You guys liking it yet? You still asleep?
I'm impressed with myself.
You did so good, Denny.
Thank you.
I told you your half would look better.
Yep.
First time.
You won.
One.
See this tape right here? See, I'm holding that up.
Yeah.
That's just so we don't lose any product.
Right.
But I'm just gonna tilt it till I'm happy, kind of let it go, and then we'll finish up that section. Yeah, you can do coved edges, and if it's got like a no drip edge on a laminate countertop, you can either help plane that off a little bit, or you can level quick it, or you can build them new from MDF and install new counters. You know, so there's really whatever your building ability is. The sky's the limit. You know. See how I'm stretching that back out. That's really cool. So you can really just manipulate this. Can you move that, whatever's underneath that table there, Mitch?
You're good?
So you can see that it's already starting to not be as viscous. It's not really hot. I have all kinds of time to sit here and play with this. But what I'm using is I'm using this grain right here to really move it around and make it look like rock. Once I'm happy, I'll stop. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually center this, and I'm going to get a little bit more out of these buckets to go do these sections, because I don't want to mess with that. That looks so good.
Yeah.
You just want to kind of
Yeah,
hold
I
on to
got
that.
it.
I'm going to grab excess product that we have here.
Like after how long from when you mix it, do you usually like to step back and stop working with it? I know you have a lot of open time on this product.
Honestly, great question. I like to get the whole thing covered and then just figure out what's bothering me, fix that, and then I'm done.
Then you're done.
Yeah. I'd say we're almost done. What do you think, Denny? Do you
I
like
think so,
it?
yeah.
It's looking cool.
Yeah, it's very
It's a really pretty recipe. It's a copper-based metallic recipe.
The flow going right here is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It'll be dry tomorrow for a clear coat, and then we tell our customers to wait.
The question was, how long does it take to fully cure? So it'll be dry to the touch tomorrow. Next, ready for the clear coat. 7 days, it's about 90% cured. 30 days, 100% cured.
Okay, so I'm just going to use this excess that we just made.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pour it. It'll look kind of funky until I get this to flow.
Yeah.
Is this hard, Denny?
No, this is a lot of fun.
So those of you watching for the first time, was this an easier process than you anticipated? It's really a beautiful way to create a realistic looking top. I'm just going to heat that up.
Yeah.
Tilt that part around a little bit.
Okay.
Caught my tape on fire.
Yeah.
All
All right, got it?
Yep.
Can you guys see that on the video?
That's right.
So any of you who want to come closer and look, feel free to come check it out. I'm about to pull the tape, but like something like that I won't like. Very, it looks
Okay, guys, thanks for watching.
What's your favorite part? What do you want me to?
Head on over to stonecoatcountertops.com.
Make their first sample.
Coupon code, all caps, WOC, will save you 10% on your entire order. StonecoatCountertops.com.
For my customers, I usually make them 12 inches by 18 inches. Isn't that cool how that just flows?
I've kind of lost my spot for filming here, folks. I'm gonna get out of the way. Oh boy, definitely lost my spot here. So thanks for being with us today. And we will be having live demos all day long here at World of Concrete 2020. We are in the South Hall at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Come over and see us right by that sign, S13900. Check us out. Here's some Polytech products while I'm over here. That right there is a sink mold. How cool would that be? As a concrete sink. Oh. Bunch of decorative molding materials, stamps, molded this wood. Where's that chunk of wood? Okay, here we go. You guys got to check this out. That's a piece of concrete bark, molded right from a tree. Okay, guys, thanks for being with us. From Stonecoat Countertops, until the next video, you got this.